Look at that time right here. Right on time. How we doing? If anyone's there. I know Cracks is there. Cracks is always here. There he is. Let me get a couple things set up. Let me get a couple things set up, then we'll go over my new plans. So I was early, but I wasn't ready. I have a laptop over here that I use for work, and I usually keep all my messaging stuff open over here, like Discord and my texts and my email. And we need some music. Okay. So, Joseph, good morning. This is where we're at. I had to get some fresh accounts. The bot, I don't think it's anything to blame with the bots. It's that I turned up the aggressiveness on a week that the markets kind of suck to run at least that strategy. The other one's been red the last 2 days too, right? I think number one. But that one I've kept it on 3 micros this whole time, so it's fine. This one, on the other hand, number two, we went from micros to minis, and of course, market's going to humble you when you do something like that. Now, that was partly expected. I said several times, like, none of these accounts will be able to handle like drawdown, like too much drawdown with minis on those bots. But to me, it was worth it to at least try. You'd get a $30 account, and if you catch a winning streak of like a week or two, which is what we were seeing in our back testing, then you pass and get to a payout within like a couple weeks for $50, and it's a bot, so who cares? Like what? Like just so we went after it. Obviously, the market said, "This is not your time. You're gonna keep going. You're gonna keep testing." And learn your patience. So that's what happened. So this one's still on the same account that it was on last week. It's trading micros. It is green, but I mean, it did take some losses, so it's only up like 240 on that account. But it's trading 3 micros at a time. These two, including my manual trading and this guy, I just got 25K accounts. It's all just ratios, and And I think the 25K, one, it's the cheapest, and two, it's the only one that has equal profit to drawdown ratio. All the other ones you have to make, some of them you have to like make double, right? For what what they allow you to in drawdown. So with that said, it doesn't make sense to try for the other ones, especially as we're still developing something. There's no need for me to spend more money on something that we're not sure. We're not 100% sure if it's going to work or not. So we'll just run micros and see how it goes from there. If it takes 2 months, it takes 2 months, and then we scale up. Who cares, right? We've been losing money for years. What's another couple months? Back testing on both of these shows they make money. It's just a matter of getting over that drawdown. So either I need to improve the drawdown by decreasing it, or try to catch more wins. I have the data. I just need to go through and be looking at that. But I don't know if you guys could tell, kind of do a lot of things. So just haven't had the time. Manual trading. Again, just 25K account. Just going to trade one micro. Maybe I'll add two. I don't know, but most likely just one at a time. I don't know. We had this 515 strategy that we were scalping, and we've gotten away from that. You guys have not seen me call out 5-minute gaps, wait for a 1-minute gap, and then wait for a gap on like the 5-second or maybe the 30-second. Either those can be interchangeable in my opinion. I haven't been doing that. So, I don't know why. I made a video about it in the beginning of the year, said this is my new strategy. This is what I'm going to trade. We were doing very well. And then I just stopped doing it. How is this strategy supposed to work if I'm not going to trade it? Part of the reason why that one was working was because I was on minis and I was accepting just a couple points sometimes. Sometimes the market would only give me, I would just get out for 2 points and just be okay with that because it's like $40. I'm not doing that with micros. I'm not going to be okay with a $4 win, especially when $1 of that goes to commissions. Yeah. So cracks. Yeah, I need to go through the data, go through the list of trades over like a course of a year and see where it did bad. And maybe I see, oh, every time it does bad, we also happen to have some big news events like PP News and FOMC and crap like that. So maybe that's where a lot of the drawdown's coming from. I don't know. I highly doubt that it's going to be that simple, but you never know. I just haven't done it. So so the 515 I think is best for me. I need to be trading a larger size, and I'm not going to trade. I'm not doing that on micros. Yeah, exactly. Cracks. Like I know it's the same thing. Like we're just going after points, but I can't get over the fact that I'm not going to get out for 2 or 3 points. I'm going to want to hold more, and I can't do that. That defeats that. That throws that strategy out the door. What's up, McLovin? So I went back and back in like September, or between like August and October, I was doing like the days I stuck to my plans, I was doing very well. And I was reading the market with ICT goggles on, and I was doing very well, except on the days where I had red days, I just gave back more. But when I looked at my calendar, my like calendar journal thing, I had more green days than red days. It's just my red days I would always not accept it because I thought I was invincible. So I went back and watched a couple of my trades around that time, and I kind of want to go back to maybe trying that again because I think I was doing good. Uh, maybe maybe there's some people out there who are watching me and think, no, you weren't doing good, but I felt like I was doing pretty damn good. I was making some decent calls, some decent moves, plenty of trades I would get out and they went 100 points or more. And that was a stretch target, the 100 points, but I would never hold for that, obviously. But yeah, so I think we'll try doing that again. Graham, what's going on? Did you trade any last night or you stay off the charts? So we're gonna wait till 10. Yeah, the new plan is the old plan. Yeah, there we go. McLovin can vouch for me. I felt nice, Graham. You're already improving. Look at that. Like I have this bot down here to scalp. You know, I don't need to be doing that. And I think I was good at what I was doing last year. I just didn't have the discipline to accept. Oh, something I would do all the time was I noticed this is what would mess with me because let me see if I could find an example. This isn't really an example, but we'll just pretend like it is. So pretend like, let's just say like I thought this was taking liquidity out up here, and then we had this little displacement. I know it's not that, but I would short that. We'd go down, you think, okay, it's working, but then we create this move where we displace down and then displace up, and I would just hold it to the stop and then get out, and then that was it. That was my red day. Instead of recognizing, oh, we're just grabbing liquidity to run higher, and I should have been able to notice that and at least get out at break even and maybe reverse my position and ride it up. Because there were, even when I was rewatching my streams, plenty of my red trades was from a move like this, where I thought we were reversing off of that and we started to, but then it was just a liquidity grab and we turn around. And I was just stubborn and say, okay, well, whatever, that was my thought. I'm going to just hold it instead of adapting and recognizing it and reversing. I've never even heard of the inside bar strat. Before I mentioned ICT, I use the terms. I just want to make it clear I'm not a cult member. I just like reading the market like that. I think it works for me. But before I learned about those setups, I was kind of just all over the place. So, but I'm not opposed to learning other things. If it's going to make me money, that's all I really care about. However, right now it's very hard for me to read the market any other way except for liquidity grabs with displacement. Like when I look at the charts, that's all I can see. I'm not going to bother marking out higher time. I'm expecting higher prices, first of all. We'll just throw it out there. But back here on the higher time frame, we grabbed liquidity and displaced back up. And then we had some of that going on in the early morning session. So that's what I'm thinking is going to go. It's just called the strat. How many, what do your losses look like? But we still got the high of CPI back here at 873. So obviously where we're at was a draw on liquidity, but that would be the next draw if we're going to keep moving higher. And then I mean, you guys can see the swing highs. I don't got to point them out, right? Inside bar strat. We need to look at news too. I'll check it out. You think I can code it into a bot? Gotta watch out at 10:30. I can code. You think I can code it? It's pretty mechanical. Because I really like trading manually with ICT stuff. So any new strategies I would be taking on, I would like to just code them. How come you don't? If you know of a bot that does it, how come you don't have it? Or do you have it? No, you don't. Mother bar. Why is this not called the daughter bar? So it's basically a candle that doesn't go outside of the previous candle's range. Yo, I'll code that today. Gets weird. I mean, I'm not reading this. I'm just looking at the pictures. Are these on? Oh, frick. Hold on. Did I not switch this to... This on minis? No? There's orders. Where are my... Oh, frick. Why is this not showing up on here? MNQ. Oh my god, that was on minis. Frick. Like I was saying, I'm doing too much and messing stuff up. Yesterday, I don't know if anyone saw on Discord, I was just messing with Tyler and told him I was gonna jump in a trade against him to help him, and I accidentally jumped into 5 minis thinking it was 5 micros, and then blew that account pretty quickly. Is this out of that? NQH on 35. Um, I'm just getting out. I don't really care what it was at. Oh my god. I took a couple wins. Okay. MNQ. Wall Street. I'll read up on that later. I'm looking for a strategy to code into a bot to just scalp throughout the day. So that's what this one is doing. I don't know if this one's going to be all messed up now since I stopped it and started it. And all right, took out that high. I'm waiting until 10 to take manual trades. So we'll just watch this down here. Let me turn my audio on too so I can trades. What time frame do you trade that on? Wall Street. I think this one is waiting for a long signal, but I'm not sure because we stopped it like mid session, so but it should just pick right up again. So we could come down to got a 15-minute here. We've got all these lows and then more displacement here. So we'll see where, if the market comes down to any of these, see if we get a reaction to go back up. Delta, what's going on? Anna, hello. Yeah, I'm attempting to just wait till 10 for my manual trade and get back to what we were doing a few months ago. And looking back on the 1 minute, like some of the price action is still sloppy, but at 10, had I been waiting until, I mean, we've been trying to scalp, but 10 is here. So maybe I would have recognized this, but surely this move was then taking out a swing, still inside of this guy. Then it rips up. I know this is hindsight, but trying to get back into being able to spot those moves. I know I can do it because I've done it. This day would have been a little tricky. 10, and then, we made lower those here off of these guys on the 1 minute, but then it wasn't respected. But then this one took out that low. And then we did make some displacement here, but this was just a rough day. I don't think I would have tried any shorts because there's no real clear fair value gaps. Oh, what in the hell? You doing all right? Yeah, these days, though, I only had 5 days loaded. I'm not. The market was obviously back here somewhere, but we're moving up, and I probably would have tried shorting this gap or this gap. Alchie Faye, good morning. Maybe we got lucky starting this on minis. So we're going to wait till 10, try and catch a liquidity grab. It's basically waiting for a reversal after the, no, not necessarily a reversal, because sometimes we're just chopping for the first 30, 45 minutes, and then it's like the actual move happens later. We're trying to wait for that. So at 10, we'll start looking for a setup. I need to, this is what I need to do differently than when I've done this in the past, is I used to just take my one shot, and then if it didn't work, it didn't work, and then that's it. This time, if it, I need to be able to recognize I'm about to be wrong. And that looks like if I shorted this and I'm still holding it, if we made lower lows here and then we displaced back up, well, that we were just taking out liquidity before we're turning around and going after the highs. I need to recognize that, get out, and reverse basically. I wasn't willing to do that before, but I'll do it this time, or we'll try to. Yeah, I don't like a short here. I think I'm expecting higher prices today. We got CPI high back here. We're already yeah. On the 15-minute, look at this. It's pretty clear. We just swept the lows, displaced back up, closed back above that high, or that low, sorry. And now we're going to go after at least this high, potentially that high, then maybe to all-time highs. That's what I'm thinking. At the same time, I'm not going to let that prevent me from taking a short if there's a valid short. Well, there's probably always going to be more lows to be taken, right? Unless we go to the lows of the very beginning of time. That low took out this one and that one and that one. Yeah. This low looks like it was filling in that gap. So do we need to go back down there? I don't know. We will just trade what the market gives us. If I'm going to do this again, I need to, like I said, I need to make sure I don't let my daily bias prevent me from taking a setup that's shown. Yeah, I saw that. It looks like we went down and tapped it yesterday. This, right? Yeah. But they could leave it unfilled and we can hit that later. You know? Could also just sit here in range for what? A week, a month? Who knows? But the fact that there is a wick going down and then we close back up here, we'll see. Like you've got to make note of those things, but not get worked up if they don't happen with what you're thinking. Like, yeah, so we've got the gap down there. We could keep going lower. Does it make sense? Could we? Does it? Are there enough setups? And is there context around going higher? I don't know. I think you can, if you want to see higher prices, you can spot out setups that show we're going to go higher. If you want lower prices, you can spot setups that show we want to go lower. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I try to try to play out different scenarios in my head looking at the charts. But ultimately, still got to wait for that one setup to get in and then just accept it if it doesn't work. This guy down here is doing pretty good today. It's 4 for 4. Luckily for us, the first two were accidentally on minis. The second one, though, I killed like basically at break even. I think it would have worked. I wish you could favorite these. Yeah, it bought at 931, got 8 points there, and then shorted this, which obviously it would have got its 8 points, but when I recognized that it was the wrong size, I just exited for basically break even. Yeah, I accidentally had this running on minis and I had my sound off, so I didn't hear it taking trades. And I look over, I'm like, wait, why? I don't see any trades on the chart. And then I was going to lose this one account yesterday anyways, but I lost an account because I was just messing with Tyler and I jumped in a reverse position just so I could show him a screenshot. I was longing when he was short and I thought it was on micros, but it was on 5 minis and I only had like $30 of drawdown on that account. So the commissions, I think, liquidated me like immediately. Oh, you shorted this guy? Nice. Nice, McLovin. Yeah, I've got these points of interest down here, but like I said, I'm waiting until 10. So we could, ideally, we're down here by 10 or a little after 10, and then we could maybe look for a long or we continue going down. Either way, I'll try to catch it. Oh, Alito's here? How was your night? Just this right here, this wick. I didn't see red at the 10 a.m., but there was red on 10:30. But I just feel like even when there's not news at 10, it moves a little more than normal. So I would just be careful. I just have some governor speaking. Then 10:30, super fast release. Was that not red? It's good to hear. We do have this fair value gap on the 1 minute, but I mean, it does display slower than this swing. I just don't know. Forcing myself to wait till 10 anyways. That's good to hear, Alito, because I've been I want higher prices as well. If this holds, I mean, we're getting pretty close to 10. So far, everything's still lining up. This is showing a willingness to hold, so I think we can be, assuming it stays held, we can be more confident if we get another setup here in a few minutes, or at least after 10. I used to always think I needed to be first in these moves as well, But then when I go back and look at all the moves, there are plenty of opportunities that we could have got in. So I need to be confident. Obviously, we could have been in this, but we'll see it make displacement and come. We'll see if it comes back down into here. Damn, Peyton. Off of this guy. I want to see it come back into this one at the same time. It might not. That could be its only chance. We should have taken this back here. I was thinking it was a pretty low risk, just having to stop at either that guy or this guy. Yeah, I should have done that when I was trying to be very strict with waiting until 10. That was at 9:57. I mean, I think I'm expecting higher prices than this, so even if I were to get in now, there's still points to be had. It just feels wrong. Yeah, we'll wait for some red candles like that. All right. It's not a huge pullback, but like I said, with everything else I was reading and then this holding with a reaction and then another setup forming, I think it's a decent enough entry. And we're just getting back into this. We haven't traded like this in a while. $872 is my target. I doubt I'm if we if this works in our favor, I doubt I'll hold it to that. Thanks, Delta. See, I was getting all worried about this candle, but market came down. Then we've got a wick down here. So what I need to be mindful of is on the short term, we did just take out this high. So I could be wrong. And I'm not wrong. The market could just go lower instead of going higher. And if it does, it should show us it's going to do that. And instead of just holding it and being stubborn, I can just get out and try to ride the other direction. But this isn't really It's technically it is technically a fair value gap, but it's not breaking any swings. It was just going back to reprice this fair value gap, right? Debating on adding one and then taking one off here. And then we'll take one off. If it goes higher, we'll take one off here and then maybe try to let one ride a little further. It's just 2 micros. It's $4 a point. Oh, 100 lot. How's it been going? Week has been rough, but I'm trying to go back to my just trying to look for that silver bullet trade. So I was pretty good at calling that out and picking it. And then I stopped doing it, went back to scalping, and then I stopped sticking to my plan with scalping because I'm focusing too much on money. So just learning lessons this week. Oh, the bot wants higher prices too. Nice. It was meant to be then. Yeah. I don't know. I honestly don't know what I've been doing. I got away from like all strategies that I was trying to do, and I need to dial it back. Just get back to basics. I'm going to take one off if it goes up to this high, we'll take one off and then maybe move into break even, right? That's what we should do, at least secure something. And then we'll see if if it does want to ride up to 872. Bot's about to take a winning trade. Yeah, I should have freaking taken this guy, but I was trying to be strict with waiting until 10. I didn't want to start doing this again and then break rules right away. But this was at 957, and this wasn't hindsight. I drew this out back when we were here. I would like to take this off making new highs. Are you serious? Everything has been going exactly what we called out. And then it's going to do this. It didn't make new high, so there's no reason for it to turn around. I know Nasdaq doesn't need a reason to do anything, but I mean everything is just working out too perfectly. So, oh come on, Alito. Yeah, is it just going back to like take out lows maybe? What is that in? Ah, it's in a short. Frick. What are you talking about falling like a knife? What is that? All right. We're gonna be all right. I just think it's funny when me and the bots get in opposing trades. I mean, I'm not trading anything like what that's doing. Well, when this formed, I said, we'll see if another one forms after 10. It did. It was respected. We did not take out this high. So I feel pretty good in this still so far. And if not, then so be it. We waited until 10. We marked out areas of interest. And I made the best decisions, I thought, at the time. Man, a 15-minute looks like garbage. Come on. This is like the hardest part. It could just slow down until if that 10:30 news is going to move us, which I don't know if it is, but if it is going to, we could slow down until then. There was something on financial juice at 10:30. I don't know if it's going to move it. I just see that it's red. So, I mean, it shouldn't affect Nasdaq, but all this crap's rigged. So, I think it's just something we should be mindful of. Damn, should I have just taken the profits up there? I wanted at least the highs to be taken, and I would have taken one off and put a stop at break even. That's just too much to ask for from Nasdaq to make new highs right here. I don't have it now, John. Not okay. It's going. We just got to be patient. These were longer trades. The last couple months, we've been taking like 2-second trades. We're just not used to it. But we know we can do it. We've done it before. Everything is still aligning with my analysis. All right, here we go. Bots on our side now. Yeah. I don't want to. No, I don't have one. I don't know where I want it on this trade. I guess it'd have to be down here. It kind of sucks. The bot is like on 100% win rate this morning. And in my back testing, when it's on a win streak like that, it just keeps going for the whole time it's in that session. So this is the day I need to just crank it up. But you know, as soon as I were to change the contract size, it will start taking losses. I mean, I'll exit if it goes down here. Get one out at the highs. Or it could just freaking rip. So maybe we I think this was a silver bullet. It's formed right at 9:59 and then at 10 offered the entry. There we go. All right, we'll take one off and then put a stop right there. So now we just secured a green day. First day back on the silver bullet train. We still got this, guys. So now this is what I want, 872, which is the start of, which was that high that CPI made. Thank you, Hunter, a lot. I appreciate it. Now we just got to keep doing it every day. And my biggest thing is accepting when I'm wrong. What a relief. I last couple days have been pretty tough. I'm sure you guys have noticed. I was not really looking forward to trading yesterday, but maybe I need to go back to what I was. Like I said, I thought I was pretty good at calling these moves, and I stopped because I just couldn't handle when I was wrong. We've got 1, 2, almost 3 fair value gaps. I'm going to move this up. Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. Kind of sucks. We were just on micros today, but trading the 25K account, I'm not risking anymore. Delta, you always have like the best advice. So as soon as if we were to make new highs right here, I'll move it up to this swing. But first we got to make new highs. Was anyone else in this long with me? That's close enough, right? Go ahead and lock in another. Now we'll lock in 30 points, right? 20, 30. Yeah. So lock in 30 points on this now. I would like to just remove the stop completely, but I need to keep securing greens. Sorry, McLovin. I know you said you took that short, and you need to do what you need to do, but I'm thinking, I hate that you're shorting because I was wanting higher prices, but we've been in those situations before in the reverse where your trade works and mine didn't. So this guy put his trades on. Uh, he runs between 10 and 11, taking the most recent fair value gap. So if another fair value gap forms, those orders will be canceled. Move them to the other one. Oh, nice, McLovin. Okay, I didn't want you to have to take a loss. Yeah, that's Ratbot 1. That one just takes fair value gaps between a time frame, which those settings are controlled by whoever's running it. So it doesn't have to be on a 5-minute, doesn't have to be on a 1-minute, and you don't have to have all 3 entries like that. I just have mine set to run on the 5-minute between 10 and 11 with 3 entries and just let it run. I did a bunch of back testing last night for the past year and it was profitable. I can't guarantee the next year is going to be profitable, but with the settings I've used, I ran it and it was profitable. Um, it like between July and August, it like sucked. But I mean, that's going to happen. But I think if I have something that's profitable for a year, then I have something. It's just very, because it's very difficult to do something repeatedly like a robot for a year and still come out on top. Like I've built several other bots that I haven't even mentioned on the stream or to you guys that I'll run them for like like the most recent price action and they do really good. And then I run them for like a month ago and they just freaking lose like 5 times as much. That one, I ran it for a whole year and it was profitable in the end. So I feel like I have something and that's why I trust running it. It's just a matter of hoping that it doesn't hit the drawdown before, yeah, hoping it doesn't hit the drawdown limits in these accounts so it can at least get into some profit and get into the green. This guy I've only run for the last several months, the most recent several months, because it's running on a smaller time frame, so it's a lot harder to backtest that. And I really need to run that with tick data because the entries are so like precise. Like that one is on a 5-minute chart, so I can run it on seconds data. It just means it can run faster and run further back in time than on tick data. And plus, this one's just like a work in progress, so I'm fine with uh, just trying to improve it each week or every couple. Yeah, every couple weeks, maybe every month, reevaluate, see how it's doing, try to improve it. Plus, all the results are just settings that I've put in there. I've built them so they have other options for other if people want to run them differently. Yeah, and I mean, it places these orders, but and same thing with this one. You don't have to leave these here. Like yesterday, we were doing a semi-automated where I let it enter, and then I could move my brackets around or exit early if I wanted to. So you can always do something like that too. It just helps automate some part of it, so you're not having to sit there and watch the market every second. You can just wait for it to get into a trade and then manage it from there. And I'm open to ideas if people have other ideas for a bot, and obviously improving these two. 10:30. Like I said, I don't know if that news at 10:30 was going to move this market or not, but maybe we'll get a rip up to there. Let's put this up there just in case. Invalid. Oh, frick. That's on my stop. What's that going to do? Why is that there? Why the hell does the stop have a stop loss and a take profit option? Doesn't make any sense. I need a stop on my stop. In case you want to split your contracts. Oh, if this was 2 and I moved a stop, it would just break it off into 1 and 1. Okay, but why is there a take profit on a stop? It's confusing. I mean, they know it's a stop, though. It says STP. So if there's an order that says STP, don't put the take profit. Man, 10:30 didn't do anything, which we didn't know if it would, but it can't hurt to be careful and watch out for stuff like that. I'm kind of like surprised at how well this played out today. Is that a win? Yeah, I think that took a win, right? And we're out of our trade. That didn't cancel. That's annoying. So we gave up like what, 20 points from the high. I think that's worth it. I think we managed that trade perfectly. So that trade was 34. So 2 contracts for $145 on an account that only allows you 1,500 in drawdown, I think is a pretty goddamn good day. And like I said, I can't tell you guys how much I needed that. I've been struggling a little bit. It's been tough the last couple days in the way the markets have been, but if I just wait, there's still setups to be had. It's just I was getting caught up in the first 30 minutes for whatever reason, but we were having success with that 515 in December, and that's it, it's hard to do. And then I just got away from doing that completely. So there's no hate on that strategy. I still like it. I just can't. I'm not doing it on micros. I need to trade that on minis. So until I have an account that I could trade minis again, we're gonna put that strategy off to the side, and I'm gonna keep trying to do this because I do pretty good with that. Thank you, everyone. Oh my god. When we if we ever come out with merch, there's an idea. You can find it at your local Spencer's. Rat balls. Oh my god. Uh yeah, McLovin. I mean, as you know, McLovin, once you start recognizing that you're just not on it, don't risk it anymore, you know? Yeah, that Dante dude is good. Yeah, I watched it yesterday. I just can't I just can't this is something I'll always struggle with is like studying or homework style of stuff that you should do for trading, like going back and reviewing your trades and writing journal stuff. I bought um this notebook months ago to journal, and still very crisp. This is the first page, so that didn't go very well. But even when I was in school, I didn't it sounds cocky, but like I was in all like the advanced classes and stuff. I had good grades and everything, and I didn't study. So I kind of got away with not ever having to study. So I never built those habits, and I hate it. But I guess I should maybe take this a little more seriously. It's just difficult for me to do. I change my mind too much, like throughout the day. We got out of that. I think moving my stop up to here was a good idea because if you remember, we had it right there. But once we have another fair value gap form, create a swing in it, should just put it there, which is what we did. Now this guy's in all three trades, and it's only 1040, so we'll probably see that through, hopefully. A rat balls emoji. Yeah, we'll have to create that. We need cracks. He's our premier image creator. Just reading up on this. Appreciate it, Bull. You have a good one. Reading up on that inside. Has anyone heard of that before? Any of you guys? It's basically saying when there's a trend and then you have a candle form inside of another candle, then you buy or sell the breakout of that in the direction of the trend. We could code that. We could code that pretty easily too. Maybe that's the one we should do and have a stream on the weekend and code that. Trying to see if we could spot it on here somewhere. I forgot this guy was running still. I don't know who he said it was from. Interesting, Cracks. This dude said it was from, oh, right here, Rob Smith. Oh, oh, frick! I didn't mean to hide all of his messages. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. How do I... Oh, man. Uh-oh. How do I undo that? I... Oh, frick. Whatever. Oh, Cracks, you, inside bars. I'll code the inside bar breakout. Control Z. It's not going to work. God damn it. Why do these, I'm not, it keeps popping up a window like I'm right clicking, you know? I'm just clicking. That's the dumbest thing I've seen. I mean, not really. I've seen some pretty dumb things, but oh, this thing's about to freaking take a gnarly loss. But that's it. That is what it is. How do you, like, on a day like, all right, let's see if we could find a, I want to see a candle like that. Okay, right here. We had an inside bar inside of this guy. So then you buy the breakout. Well, you would have bought the breakout, but how do we know we were going up? Do we need to use like an EMA or something? Oh, that'd really show us what's going on. Jesus. Now it's flat with 200. Yeah. How about I just put a buy above and a sell below, whichever one gets hit, that's the one we use. That would have worked. That would have worked. Well, is that the only one? I don't see any others. At least in here. Okay, so that would have worked. buy at the break or sell at the break. And then whichever one gets hit, cancel the other order, obviously, and then put your stop at the opposite side of the mother candle. Looking too many things. What the hell is this? Oh. So we buy up here. Now our stop is down here. And then target like a 2-to-1. Oh, and then look, we got another one right here. Buy at this one. That we could add. On the 5-minute. Is that what you're doing? Or I guess you don't need to share. Do you just buy at the break on the high or sell at the break on the low, or are you incorporating trying to look at the overall trend? We had another one. Yeah, right here. Interesting. I've never heard of this before. So both of those worked. And I can tell like 2-to-1s would have worked for sure. And we've got the Alito approval, so we're good to go. This one didn't work. Buy at the break of this guy. We didn't go anywhere. But we'd be in that trade until here. But then, boom, mother. I'm going to call them daughter candles because I like that better. And then break at this one. 2-to-1 worked. This one did not work. Inside bar. Break at the high. Didn't go anywhere. Got one right here. We would have just entered. So main candle. Wait. We have one right here. Short that with the stop up there. So we'll see if this keeps going lower. I would really like it for it to go back higher. I'm thinking you can't just play these, or like Cracks is using it on the 5-minute. Probably not. There's probably too many that form on the 1-minute, but it would be fun to back test it and just run it like all day for a month on a minute chart and just see what happens. I mean, once it's coded, then you can just run it in all different scenarios. Run it only in the morning, crap like that. Keep forgetting that this guy down here is still trading. Got 10 minutes left. Jesus. What the hell? Mouse order. So this one may work. $11 to $89. Oh, that's we need 40 points off of this. if it was going for a 2-to-1. Whatever. I say we build it. It'll just take a couple hours. I could. That's stupid. That's so stupid easy to build. The spot was doing good, but it's getting a little sloppy down here. I think this thing's gonna come crashing down now. We never made it up there, but we did fill in all the CPI. Yeah, it filled in all the CPI. 39 was the high of that gap on the 15-minute. And then you got these two candles just straight up and straight down. Fair value gap on the 5-minute. Got fair value gaps on the 1-minute. So now it can go after all this crap. Didn't close long position. Did it have stops down there? Hmm. The the stops are what closes the position, not the bot. So that sounds like your stop didn't get filled for some reason. But the bot doesn't do that. The bot just places the orders. I would look in Quantower in this if you go up into this menu thing, there is right here, event log. I would look in there and see if there's anything weird. Sometimes I've gotten rhythmic issues and it just causes problems. But yeah, that's why I've said I've left mine alone before, but it's dangerous. You should keep an eye on it. And if you need to take over manually, take over manually. Went through it. Yeah, send me some screenshots in Discord. We could see what happened. So it's almost like you're, I don't know. Not sure. It's hard for me to figure that out with just words. Yeah, the bot just places limits with a take profit and a stop loss. If those stop losses are respected or not, that's out of our control. Oh, that's your orders were never filled. What, Alito, this is what happened. He's not running the same exact settings as mine. Mine, it looks like. So he had 3 limit orders up here, but your orders were never tagged in. So those are going to stay there until another fair value gap forms or they get hit. Right? Or am I reading that wrong? I don't know. I'll help you here in a minute when we get off of this. Hard to tell. Mm-mm. Man, this thing is just taking a dump. All right, it's 11. This is out of its trades. Took a loss today, but that's what happens. I'm very satisfied. Oh, frick. Let me stop these. Very happy with my decision to go back to trying to do the old silver bullet. That was 34. So it's not bad. 140, like I said, 145 on a 25K account, which is 2 micros, is pretty good. We were patient. We waited for the setup. We read the market. This one is bot number 2. I think it would have been profitable even without that first trade on minis, but not a lot, obviously, because it was just trading 1 micro at a time. But we got lucky, so whatever. We'll run it on micros tomorrow. This guy over here, that fair value gap just didn't hold. And I only target the high of the fair value gap candles, the 3 that make it, to just, even if I was expecting this to happen, a lot of times we'll come back into a gap and at least run back up to its highs. So that was a theory with why it does that. Right, McLovin, this is what you were wanting on that 5 minute back here. But market just wanted to fill in CPI first and then take that. I think waiting until after 10 is going to be beneficial during these times. This guy over here, just when the setups are big, it's just risking more. So I'm not too worried about it. I need to focus on getting back into picking out silver bullets. But if you guys keep trading, be careful. Yeah, I hear you. Was there anything on the minute? It's kind of hard because all this back and forth, We didn't get a bearish fair value gap till back here, all the way over here, breaking a swing. But it's like, do we trust that one? Oh, Zendy. Or should I call you Donkey Puncher? I've opened the 4 hour a few times, but I think the 5, 15 hour, and then obviously entry on the one. We all think, Zendy, we all think you're Donkey Puncher. Everyone does. I did a poll yesterday and it was 100% everyone who voted. We had 40,000 people vote and everyone said that. Maybe it's the two of you. Oh, yeah, I don't believe you with the about the trade. Zendy, I'm assuming you weren't here yesterday because you didn't say anything in the chat, but you also just showed up here today like a creep. So, but we were talking about it yesterday. And McLovin was asking who I thought Donkey Puncher was, and I said that I thought it was Zendy. But then the more McLovin talked, thought maybe it was McLovin. He's going to show up now later because we've summoned him. Okay, I'm heading out. You guys have a good one. Be careful trading, and we'll be back tomorrow. Thanks again.